And welcome back. Well, as we've entered the new year of 2020, many individuals are really trying to improve their career as well as their job performances. Now, one way of accelerating your career is to establish goals to work towards. The question is, how do you actually set those goals that you can actually reach? How do you actually keep track of them? Well, joining us today to talk a little bit more about that is career strategist and TV contributor Elizabeth Koraca, and she joins us now. And good to have you.
Great to be here, Darren. Thank you.
All is well, I hope, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
Well, listen, we're talking about the new year and we're talking about really getting ourselves together. And people come together with these resolutions. And of course, we got resolutions, but one of those things is really about making goals. And so, a little bit about the importance of goal setting.
Well, basically, you really want to set your goals for 2020. You're basically setting the roadmap for your life for the rest of the year. So you want to make this a priority. Think about, what is the vision I want for my life? What do I want my life to look like? Why do I want my life to look like that? And you want to think about creating a list of priorities. What are the most five important things that I want to get done this year? Then you want to write those goals down, have a mini action plan. How am I gonna do that? If I want to lose weight, how am I going to do that? Am I going to join Weight Watchers? Am I going to join a gym? And then you've got to schedule it in the calendar, because what gets put in the calendar actually is what gets done.
Some people always talk about the calendar, how important the calendar is, but really, the calendar is really very important when you're talking about goal setting. Talk to us about that, and then also, how do you transition from the calendar into action?
Okay, well, that's a great question. So if you're scheduling your goals and what you need to do to reach those goals in your calendar, it's wonderful because it's a daily reminder. You're actually seeing it. So if your goals are not visible, if they're tucked into a Word document on your computer or on your phone on an app that you never open, how are you going to expect to accomplish what you want to get done in 2020? It's just not going to happen.
So, what are some of the common mistakes that people do make during this time? Because everybody's got good intentions. January comes, I'm setting these goals, and before you know it, I'm watching Darren here on the third week in January, and the goals have gone bust. What do I do? What are some of the big mistakes that I make, and how can I avoid those?
Okay, what you want to do is you want to make it a priority. You want to think about, what is bothering me? What am I not happy about? What have I always wanted to do? What have I always wanted to accomplish? So if you're interested in losing that 10 or 15 pounds, make it a priority. How do I make it a priority? Create a goals document. You want that vision. You want that why. Why do you want to lose that weight? Maybe it's because you're tired of your clothes being a little bit too snug, or just generally not feeling great about yourself. So there's your why, and there's your driver. Use that why to drive you forward. Then think about it. Am I going to have an exercise buddy? Will I have somebody I'm accountable for? Can I join something like Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig? Whatever you think might work for you, you want to create that action plan. And that doesn't have to be this you know, long list of things. It can be a few sentences, but make it a priority. Have it visible. Print out your goals.
Now, Elizabeth, you talked about long lists, and I know when it comes to goal setting, some of us have long lists. I mean, more than we can reasonably do. What is an optimum number to have when it comes to making goals? How many can we really set realistically?
It's really up to you. So, some people that I work with, they might just have a handful, like five. Others might have 20 for the year. And a great way to break it down is really to do it month by month. So you can have your February, March, April, May, June, all the way through to the end of the year. And that way it keeps it a little bit more organized, and you can see what you need to do from month to month. Am I following through on what I need to do? If I'm trying to get a new job, um, have I set in my goals, okay, who are the people I need to call? Who are the people who can help me? Then I schedule those in my calendar and I start to check it off the list.
And so, if I fall off the wagon, like many people have, what do you recommend?
Okay, well, don't beat yourself up. We all fall off the wagon at some point. So you don't want to be hard on yourself, but it's never too late to get back in the game. You're never too old. It's never too late. So you want to get that right out of your head. You want to get back to looking at your goals, strategizing, thinking about what's most important to me. Again, setting that list of priorities. If you make it a priority, it will happen. For example, I always wanted to work out, and everything else would come before my workout plan. So now I've made it a priority. It is at the top three on my priority list. So when something happens, like, oh, I should take that call, or oh, I should do that, or maybe I should run that errand, stop, dead stop. What is my priority? Have I worked out in the past 3 days? My goals for this year is to work out 5 days a week, three gym, two walks. I'm making it happen because I step in and I check in with myself when I feel like I'm falling off.
Elizabeth, good information there. I want to thank you for joining us and sharing with us. We're going to get people connected to you, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Darren. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
Good to see you again. All righty, now for more information on Elizabeth and her work, you can visit her website, elizabethkoraca.com, or on social media at Elizabeth Koraca. And of course, you've seen her here on BronxNet, and she's had a great career. Now she's helping people out, setting goals. Well, listen, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to learn how the plastic bag ban is actually affecting local communities. So stay tuned. We got that coming up on tap in a minute.